Sorry, having frozen grapes. But I have a question. I was thinking about this. Does being a Christian and being a good person then give other people or make other people entitled to your things? I'm posing a question, for instance. There are complicated situations in the world, but as Christians, how we navigate them. There's always the thing that people don't understand, Wuti. You have to deal with the consequences of your choices. Whether good or bad, there's consequences to every choice you make. And you have to be willing to say, if this goes bad, I'm willing to handle it and handle it like it is. For instance, if you marry a person who has a child, right? And you also have children, and you guys come together and you're supposed to blend your family together. Instead of blending your family, you sort of divide them. You pay more attention to your children. You give more things to your children because maybe it's happening that in the situation that you're the breadwinner or the better, or have better situations, so you're a better provider. And then you and your children make fun of the other child for having nothing. You leave them out of situations, you don't buy them gifts, you don't take them on vacations, you're creating a rift within the children themselves. Fast forward, maybe let's say 10 years, 20 years, and the children are now adults. And your children are in a situation because you've squandered now your money and you don't have a means to support them anymore in their adulthood. I'm just saying, for instance. Okay, and now the children of the other spouse, because they felt the resentment they felt, they didn't want to be in the situation anymore, so they worked hard, they put their focus on everything that they could to end up in a different situation. So now they own their homes, they are in better positions and all of this. And then you ask them for help, you ask them to help your children, and then you guilt trip them for not helping your children. And then you call them bad people and not being Christian because of the choice they're making now. Yes, they've forgiven you for what you've done. Definitely, they've forgiven you. But the consequence that you have to deal with now is that you're not entitled to their things. They got to where they got in spite of you. But now my question is that, is this observation a wrong observation? Should the person be like, oh, okay, I've forgiven you and I'm going to give you all my money to do whatever you want with your children? You're still having the attitude. You're also supposed to be in the Christian mindset, but now you've developed an attitude of until you somehow still feel entitled to. I don't understand. Like, I really don't get it. Does that make the person, a bad Christian, for not wanting to deal with your financial situation or help you out in whatever you got going on? Because yes, maybe they are being vengeful for the fact that now they are in the situation of have. It's very funny how your perspective can be so limited when you have everything, and then your perspective opens up when you have nothing. Because now you know the meaning, the definition of family. Now you know the definition of what it means together and unity. Where you didn't know that when the child was young and she was experiencing the pain. I don't know. I'm conflicted because this is kind of how I feel. At the same time, I also feel that way. God forgives, but He doesn't promise you not to deal with the consequences of your choices. You made a choice of not helping a child out. You made a choice of refusing a person simple things when you had the means to do something. You had the ability to make them a unit. When you still had that ability, you squandered it. Now you're feeling somehow some type of way because the person won't help you. Yes, they have the means to help you, but then the refusing is okay. Yes, the consequence of my decision not to help this person is that they're not then entitled to helping me. We can't guilt trip Christians on being good people just because now I don't know. Okay, I feel a little conflicted. I don't know. Am I right or wrong? Frozen grapes are really nice. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, guys. It's just, I mean, my perspective is that, Guti, the consequences of your decisions will always be there and you have to deal with them. Just like a person murders somebody and asks for forgiveness from the Lord, yes, the Lord will forgive you, but He doesn't promise you a lesser commune of a sentence. You still killed somebody, you still have to deal with the consequences of that action. But it's perspective. I honestly feel like it's perspective. So when you make choices, guys, think about the consequences of your actions. Think about if you're not helping someone, especially someone in close perimeters of you who's asking for a helping hand. The consequence to that is then they're not then entitled to helping you when you have your own issue. But that, yeah, it is basically just perspective, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be looking at it at a vengeful situation, and the Lord says in the Bible it's written, do not pay back evil with evil. So I don't think that maybe really you shouldn't do it, but then at the same time I don't know. I'm not advising anybody of anything. Hi, my name is Lihle. I'm just having a thought right now because I just heard of a situation and I'm thinking, see, what is the call to action as a Christian? What would you do?